It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
This next question, Brian, is a YouTube question. This is from Nolan. Nolan said, my fiance and I both max out our Roth IRAs and HSAs. So fiance, not married, they're both doing individual HSAs, individual Roths. And Nolan maxes out his 401k, but his fiance's employer doesn't offer a 401k. Where's the next best place for us to hyper accumulate? Where should we save? So my employer, she doesn't get a match, but I do get a match. Where should we put our money as we're building?
Nolan, I'm assuming you were out back working on the fastball, so you didn't know that we had a tool that answers this question to the T. I mean, what are you going to do with your next dollar?
I hope everybody gets that joke. Because, by the way, none of our folks are laughing, so there's like, oh, that's fun.
Some of the others will, but it's anybody from Texas. But it's but I would encourage Nolan to go out to moneyguy.com/resources. We have our overview, our 9-step process of the financial order of operations, because it is built for somebody like Nolan asking, what do you do with your very next dollar? Yep. Now, he set it up perfectly. I mean, it's amazing. I'm assuming he's already made it through steps 1 through 4, because he jumped right in on step 5 with maximizing the Roth IRAs, maximizing the health savings accounts. That's that tax-free growth.
Yep.
He had already maxed out his retirement, his 401k, but did he say his girlfriend, fiance, or significant other?
Fiance does not
even have access. So, well, if you don't have access, you can't max it out. So, lookity here, we're going to step 7, hyperaccumulation. That's when Bo loves his 3-bucket strategy. We've got our tax deferred. That's your match from your employer's 401k. If you do traditional, that's there. Your tax-free is your Roth that we've already covered, but there's another bucket called the after-tax. That's meaning that's money you have already paid income taxes on that's probably just sitting in a savings account, a brokerage account. There is nothing wrong with saving that money and then turning that into investments through your army of dollar bills, and you can start buying index funds in a brokerage account as well.
Love it, love it, love it.
I didn't leave anything for you?
I literally have nothing I would add to that. You follow the financial order of operations. You build the 3 buckets. And I think it's awesome. And by the way, I think, let me think through this. I think I really like the idea that you and your fiance are having these conversations pre-marriage. I love that. Look, we all know that one of the reasons that sometimes marriages don't work out is because finances end up becoming this issue. If you guys can get on the same page and you have the same spending habits and the same savings behavior and you have the same goals, at the beginning of your betrothal, is that a word? That's
no,
a word,
I think you made that up.
Is that a word?
Betrothed, but that's like old school. Like mules and cattle being traded hands? I don't know if that... Yeah, I don't know if that's the perfect example.
If you get that right on the front end, you're setting yourself up for that not to be something you have an issue with, which I think is very, very awesome.
Well, think of how romantic it will be, since they're obviously talking about this. Y'all go to a nice restaurant, and then you pull out the 9-step foo. I'm talking about setting some sizzle, and the night is going through.
I'll see your date night, and I'll say from experience, you should bring this up on the honeymoon. It'll go great, trust me. Budget conversations on the honeymoon, fantastic.